your patience is about to be rewarded. We are doing finishing touches, which I'm sure you can imagine for a comic, there are a lot of finishing touches. So stay tuned and we will see this thing to the very end. Okay, this is where I would be writing in text bubbles and conversations if I had any. But since they're just little forest guys, I'm not going to have them have significant conversations. So since I'm not doing that, I am going to start cleaning up around the motion lines and things like that with this white gel pen. And we'll do some other finishing touches as we go. You're going to want to be careful with this as well. I know I keep saying, oh, sketch lightly, oh, go slow, but honestly, that's really half the trick, is just being patient. I was actually reading an art book by an artist that I really like, who was talking about how he was diagnosed with OCD whenever he was 16. And after that, it was really hard for him to do art, and he knew why now, why it was always so hard for him to do art, because he was obsessed with it being perfect. And he talked about how that really hindered him. Actually, he got way less art done. He would throw his pencils against the wall in frustration, and it was all honestly really sad. But basically, he said that if you're patient with yourself and you're patient with the process, then even if you end up in a result that you don't like that much, you'll at least be grateful that you had the experience. And I agree with that quite a bit. If you want to look him up, his name is Sean Price, and his art book Beacon came out earlier this year. It's really, really good. Highly recommend. And then of course you have the finished, not perfect thing that goes around the art community. The world is in need of finished things, not perfect things. We've already got perfect. Now we need your contribution to the world, however you want to do it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be there. No one else can do what you do. As you can see, I'm just kind of going through and deciding areas that need a little more pop and adding some of my white gel pen here. Here's also where I would add lines that I forgot to add before, or clotheslines, or whatever it is that I do all the time. I do a lot of comics, and often this stage can take longer than the entire rest of the page. Don't think that's going to be the case this time because I specifically chose a simplistic style, but just in case. I want you guys to know that sometimes your comic page won't come together until the very end, and that's okay. As you can see, I'm just doing highlights in the river. You might not be super noticeable on camera, but they're noticeable if you're looking up close. I'm also going to add some more kind of splashes. The goal here is I'm trying to give it a little bit of motion. If that doesn't work, oh well. But that's what I'm going to try. Now, I accidentally covered up a highlight in one of his eyes, so give him that back. Doradito's highlight was a little small, so I'm going to give him a couple more. This really adds kind of a je ne sais quoi to the end. It gives it a lot of life because you get to really see what the artist wanted you to notice and kind of their taste and where they put shinies and all that. I think I'm gonna go in with this pen again and darken up my panels.
Now you get to see how often I would have moved my page if I could have whenever I was doing the ink washes. I'm going to go from there to the corners here.
Voila, both pages are done. They're pretty different, but they're also very similar. I hope you'll give it a shot for yourself and create your own dream comic for the world to see. Until next time, see you around the library.